So I'm just getting started with my workday here, and I'm caught in a dilemma whether or not I want to get a late lunch first, or whether or not I just want to jump into work. See, my mind is telling me work, but my body's telling me food. All right, got a decent amount of work done. Now I'm gonna answer my body's call and get some food. I say decent, but really I got like 2 videos done and a couple emails responded to. Uh, so really, I'm just hungry. All right, so I am back home now. I got my late lunch, very, very late lunch at that, because it's like 4 in the afternoon, so I decided to pick up a couple extra snacks, since I'm sure I'll be hungry later on. It's a beautiful day outside today. I had to take like an alternative route home, because they're doing construction around my housing area, which I don't mind at all, because, what do you call that, they're actually fixing all the roads. Like the roads around my house are really, really bad, and they're finally like fixing all the potholes, flattening all that good stuff. So definite benefits from all of that. So I got this new bento from the convenience store near my house that they're now stocking, and you can see here what they do here in this case is they separate the rice from the meat on top, because you have to microwave this, and all you have to do is essentially take this plastic film and just pull it, and just like that, it's on top of the rice. And while I eat and enjoy my coffee, I'm gonna enjoy an episode of the Tim Ferriss experiment. Killed it. So I think we live in a society where our attention, as I was saying, I think we live in this society or in this age where our attention spans have become smaller, in part due to the content and the space of the content and media. There's so much things that are trying to grab our attention nowadays, either consciously or unconsciously. There's just so much out there. If you think about the internet, if you think about how we consume television, typically we consume it through a second or third screen experience. We have our laptops, we have our iPads, we have our iPhones while we're watching. There's just so much out there trying to grab our attention. When I'm on Twitter and I'm scrolling through, I always somehow end up clicking on something and then end up somewhere else, and this loophole that is the internet. Of course, self-control takes part and plays into that, but if you look at social media and the scope of it right now, Snapchat, the ephemeral messaging system, you look at Instagram, you look at Twitter, it's 140 characters. Shorter form content and content that is in this bite size or package that's easy for people to consume, get in, get out, happens to be king right now. And that challenges content creators like myself to adapt, to play towards the medium. Now, I'm personally a fan of longer form content. I like detail. But I also understand that people's time and what they have to their, in their schedule and what they have as far as their attention rate is different. So I need to challenge myself to focus on the essential while still, of course, sticking to what my style is and what my nature of video and how I want to create things. Sometimes it has to be longer. Sometimes it has to be shorter. I have to adjust my content and my story depending on the medium in which I'm trying to tell it. So I know you can't see it all too well, but those are streetlights outside my window, and that little glowing orb up there in the sky is the moon, which is especially orange and bright tonight. So in contrast to my last clip where I was like super brightly lit, it's now 9 p.m. at night. I've been working the last couple hours, I had dinner, and then for the last hour I just spent on the phone talking to an old teacher of mine, a teacher who I had in high school, a teacher who was super supportive of like what I was doing and understood that like my mind was anywhere but school when I was in high school. Like definitely a mentor figure, and there was even a point I remember in high school where I wanted to drop out because I was just so focused and so laser focused on work. And that being said, like we talked about everything from the Mayweather Pacquiao fight upcoming this Sunday to all these other things, and we talked about this idea of becoming complacent and comfortable, and how like that's just like coming to terms with myself, like that's not who I am. Like taking a break and relaxing and all that, like that's not me. Like my gear is 110% or nothing, like passionate or not at all. And it was one of those conversations when I hung up, like I understood the value of having like those type of those people in your life who are looking out for your best interest and all that, and that I looked at it like a motivational poster or a quote on the wall or a tattoo of a quote. All motivation is a reminder of the things that you are already capable of doing. And for me, hanging up that phone, like I looked at all the things I have currently ongoing, the obstacles I'm facing, whatever it may be, and I was reminded, like, you know what, you got this. Like, you're gonna get through this. That's all motivation is. It's a reminder of the things that you are already capable of doing. And on that note about comfort, never seek or strive to be comfortable. No matter how successful or no matter what you achieve throughout life, never settle for comfort. Never be comfortable. Always be trying to do more, to get what you're worth, to raise up to your potential, or to raise that bar in general, because a lot of people tend to think that the opposite of success is failure. I don't believe that to be true. I believe the opposite of success to be comfort.